Alright, so going on, man. For the people that don't know, tell me your name and where you from.
Mario the Comic. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana. The boot, the dirty.
How was it like for you growing up in New Orleans?
What it's like growing up for me in New Orleans? Shit, man. It was like any other place growing up in the hood. Like, you know, you had a lot of shit going on, but you know, you had your good moments. You know, us black folk, we know how to make something out of nothing. You heard me? So, like that, I can't really put no words around it. It was interesting. It was interesting. Growing up in New Orleans was very interesting.
Yeah, we could tell somebody about New Orleans culture that's not from New Orleans, about New Orleans.
What? Well, what I tell them?
Yeah.
It'd be hard for me to tell them. I'm more of like a show me person, so I would have to actually, like my friends out of town, how I got to understand our culture. I would just invite them to New Orleans for them to see for themselves. But I would also tell them, shit, you know, we got the best culture. Period. Shit, you know, without us, I think the country would be like Western Europe. What's up, boss?
How you think New Orleans changed from pre-flood to post-flood?
Oh, like post-Katrina to pre-Katrina?
Yeah.
Well, it's more gentrified than anything. You know, like where all the hoods was at, all the place where where the hood was at, all that shit is like, you know, turned into something else now.
Suburbs.
And they separated and mixed up a lot of people, displaced a lot of people and feelings. And you know, it just caused it caused a lot of shit for us, the urban people, the ones that live in the community, grew up in the community. It caused a lot of shit for us.
All right, what about your life story you like to tell people?
Well, I'm from the bottom, like, you know, I'm a gutter mutt. I'm from the trenches, like, and that shit made me. You feel me? So, like, I guess I'll tell somebody don't feel bad about your struggle, because it's a lot with that. It's a lot of lessons that go into a struggle, you know. And if you go about your struggle right, you heard me, you can turn it into some gold. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking about my situation.
All right, well, what was the reason you decided to get into comedy?
New Orleans. New Orleans and some drastic shit that was going on in my life. You know, I was trying to get away from the streets and get away from jobs. So I think this shit created freedom for me.
Who were some of the people that motivated you to do comedy?
I'm gonna start down here. My nigga Rude Jew. Rude Jew was the first. Rude Jew was the first comedian that yeah, Rude Jew, guys like that. And this comedian that used to hang with Cash Money, his name was Ziggler Wiggler. I used to hear him on Cash Money on mixtapes and shit when I was small, and so that kind of inspired a nigga too.
All right, Wild 'N Out got canceled.
Hold up, babe. I'm sorry. And Martin, Eddie. Martin, Eddie, of course, the great ones. Martin, Eddie. Shit. Dion Hughley, Dion Cole, D-Ray, guys like that, of course. And the Fred Sanford and the Richard Price, like that's easy and predictable. But you know what really inspired me is people from New Orleans.
All right, Wild 'N Out got canceled. How you think it affected other future comedians?
How it affected them?
Yeah.
Future comedians? I felt like it didn't affect comedians at first, but the new comedians, it's gonna affect them. Because they looked at that the same way I looked at it as a living color.
Why you say that?
All right, Wild 'N Out has a platform, and in their eyes, that platform was the breakthrough platform to get you. Like if you make it to Wild 'N Out, you made it. That's the thing, or whatever. Just like with Living Color and Saturday Night Live, anything like that. But I think a lot of comedians, especially coming up off of social medias in high school and college, those guys, the millennials, that's their living color, and you know that's their shit. So I feel like by that show being canceled out, it's gonna affect those type of comics. But comics like me, it's not gonna affect us because we've been getting to this shit before. Stuff like Wildin' Out, and Wildin' Out doesn't determine comics like me moves because we know how to adapt quickly. That's what we've been doing our whole career. Like a nigga like me, I've been learning how to adapt with comedy since 2012, and I started in 2010. You feel me? So it's like when I saw social media kept coming along, I adapted. I saw Wildin' Out come along. I don't want to say I adapted. I tried it out. When I tried it out, I auditioned for this shit or whatever. Went through the process to try to fuck with it, but it was just some shit to do, you know. But I don't need Wildin' Out to get where I'm trying to get at, you know. That's just I'm speaking for the comics that I know it's gonna affect, like the millennials. It's gonna affect them. So that's where I'm coming at. I'm gonna create a whole other platform.
With 2020 being a messed up year with COVID, how did that mess your year?
It was like bittersweet. It's like this. If I can put this shit in terms, it's like this is the best worst year I've ever had in my life. The best worst year.
Why you say that?
Because some of the best shit in my career has happened, and some of the worst shit in my career has happened this year. I took a lot of L's. I ain't talking about no money. You feel me? I lost a lot of partners and shit this year. You know what I'm saying? COVID and getting smoked, you know? You know, niggas talking about COVID, but COVID will never be black on black crime shit. You know, God bless the people that passed, you know, due to COVID, but I feel like, man, I got a better chance of getting smoked before dying from COVID. I'm not worried about either of those. So I'm just speaking statistics. I'm not speaking in my life. I'm just saying I'm more worried about that. I'm more worried about, you know, protecting myself and energy in the streets than some fucking vaccine. Or some made up disease. Flu to 10 power.
Alright, so let's go on and wrap it up, man. What people can expect you in the near future?
Go see my movie right now though. That bitch on Amazon Prime called Trying to Come Up. Shit, go see that. That's out. But what I'm working on next, man, I'm relocating to Houston, opening up a production studio out there called Comedy Goon Productions. That's what I'm really focusing on, working on, getting my business intact so I can go for my bread independently and get all my bread. You feel me? So I'm just getting my black and white, my foundation together, so that way I'm able to build from there. So it's like my business, and then I'm trying to build up my own production studio. Not trying to, I'm building up my own production studio so I can create my own sets, my own mood, do my own shows, and I'm gonna do that in another state, city.
What you want to do, like being like Tyler Perry did, or?
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the whole goal. That's the whole goal. More of like, you know, Mario the Comedy Goon way.
Music. Putting other black people on.
Music and comedy. All the way down to the media. Blogs, publicists. Everything's gonna be run through Comedy Goon Productions. That's gonna be a household name one day. It's gonna be worth damn near $1 billion when it's all said and done. You feel me? Like I know this for sure. Like, you know, I know what I got and shit, you know. I look at the situations I'm facing every day and how I'm overcoming that shit. So that's why I'm gonna relocate to another city where they embrace the hustle. You know, we in Louisiana, you know how they feel about niggas really get to the bag. So I'm gonna relocate before I lose it all. What's up? Shout out to the whole Jet Life family. It's Mario the Comic. If you're watching, check him out TV. Make sure y'all tap in.